Hi, everybody. It is Monday night, and so you know what time it is.
Information on celebration.
So, where is everybody watching from? As you know, every Monday night in the town that Disney built, we do a show that talks about what is coming up, maybe some highlights of things that just happened. And so, you usually see myself or Elijah Lewis do this show on the Near Disney YouTube channel, but some of you might be watching from Facebook. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is January 26th. The weather is absolutely gorgeous here. I just got back with my husband Rod. His birthday Christmas present was going to the Sphere in Las Vegas. Let's see if I have any pictures I can put up here. There's the Sphere, and if you haven't been out there, there is this big globe that's right in the center of Las Vegas where the Eagles were performing. And it cost over $2 billion for them to build the Sphere. And I will share with you, it's phenomenal. So being able to see the Eagles and nosebleed seats, by the way, by the time that we were able to get our tickets, and it wasn't inexpensive. It was definitely a birthday Christmas gift. But to see and hear the sound, because they had so many visuals coming in front of you. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Let's see if this will work. Oh, maybe it won't. But anyway, I wanted to see if I could get some video up. Actually, it may take the video down. But the Eagles are so good. And Rod and I were talking about, one of the first bands that we saw together as a couple, and they've been a band for over 50 years. But I want to say that we saw the Eagles when we were in our late 20s together. And then to know that they were selected as a band with just incredible harmonies and the instrumentation. Rod's favorite Eagle is Joe Walsh. And we kind of laugh about that a Hawk's favorite Eagle is Joe Walsh. I love them. I was excited to see that Vince Gill is now a member of the Eagles because of my connection with Amy Grant. And so Vince Gill being up on that platform with the music sounding so pristine and so spectacular. There's over 167,000 speakers in the Sphere. And so please check it out if you ever get a chance. You want to have a little trip away. It's very easy. Orlando to Las Vegas, direct flights. I will say my preference is JetBlue. JetBlue going directly. A dear friend of mine, Sue Reed, was involved with JetBlue. Hey, Doom Buggy Jim, for many, many years. And so I had heard about all the good quality stuff that JetBlue does. And for sure enough, when I compared it to another airline, I don't want to say something bad about the other airline. We took JetBlue going and we took another one coming back. Night and day difference with regard to your experience. Even with Orlando International Airport, when you get to go through the C terminal, the new terminal, that pretty much is all JetBlue. Not all of it, but a good portion of it. It's just so much better. So much better. So anyway, that's a little plug for maybe if you get a chance, check out the Sphere. We also, when we're out there, there's a new location called Art Musée, and it's coming to Orlando. And it's a very immersive art walk that you go in a building and you feel like waterfalls are coming at you. You see flowers blossoming in front of you. They say it can take 90 minutes to walk through this museum. I don't know that it took a full 90 minutes, but I would say it was a really great experience. And that's coming to Orlando on International Drive. So make sure you check out, my team does a show on Wednesday nights as well, and I do a show on Fridays as well. But we're always talking about all the wonderful, wonderful things that are available to us living in Central Florida. Now, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Town of Celebration in particular for, this is pretty cool. You can see here, this is a bunch of marathon runners. And don't you know that happened this weekend? We were gone, but it's all over the Facebook post about how wonderful the Town of Celebration is. for these runners. And so I wanted to give a shout out to Steve Brennan and Peak Chiropractic, because I was hearing great things. This chiropractor in town had his team like as early as 5 o'clock in the morning when this marathon was going on, and they were making quick adjustments for people. People were lining up as they were running, helping them get stretched out. And so what a great service that is. And then you would hear stories about residents would have decorations out front of their house, or they were handing out bottles of water or whatever. And the restaurants, downtown celebrations, very welcoming. And so it looks to me like this marathon group is going to be around for a while, and it looks like they're very happy to be here. So, while I've got Jim on, thank you, Jim. If you guys do not know, Jim and I have a kindred partner, person that we adore. Actually, I think there's over 1 million people that adore our sweet Adam the Woo. And I would like to report that on tomorrow night, I'm going to be going to the Celebration Development District meeting. They have them periodically, and inquiring with a couple of folks about seeing if we can get a plaque on a bench close to the Starbucks in downtown Celebration. So it needs, several approvals, but I would share with you, I don't think there's many other people that are more deserving than Adam. He spoke so lovingly of our town of Celebration. And one of my favorite videos, and something that really makes my heart happy, is if you, Dune Buggy Jim was in the last video of Adam just having a great time, smiling and laughing. Jim got dressed up as the Grinch and was in downtown Celebration, and he had a following. People were following them. They were in Mini March, and which is the Nev that, remember, Adam was happy about getting, and he would go around the town of Celebration. But he had Doom Buggy Jim with him, and they were meeting people as the Grinch. Remember when the town looked like it was snowing, and actually I think Jim had more people following him than Santa himself. But what a beautiful thing to have that memory on film. And what a beautiful thing for us to say we had Adam the Woo in our lives. I will share with you that, hey, Chris Coates, thanks for watching. I will share with everybody that Adam's sweet father, Jim Williams, did post today that the autopsy did come back, that Adam died of natural causes. And we do believe that it might have been a heart attack. So I guess if we're going to pass, it's better to pass in our own home. Adam was doing a bunch of travel. He was hitting the world. And so he could have been somewhere else, somewhere in the world. And it wouldn't have been wonderful to be able to have to bring him back. My prayer is he just passed in his sleep. And boy, what a big life did he have. He had 10 lifeluls, right? So I wanted to send a lot of love to Jim. I know Allison and Kevin have been involved with wanting to try to get some things involved with Celebration as well. We are going to have a memorial plaque. We're just waiting for the family to tell us what they would like to have on that plaque, and that will be in the Celebration Memorial Garden, which is beautiful. And there's an event for anybody that has a plaque there. It's the first Saturday of November. So I'll talk more about that as we get closer to that. But I think first, what we're trying to do is figure out this bench and get the family involved. So anyway, love my Adam, and really glad too he brought Jim into our lives. So that was a blessing. All right, so let's talk about some of the other things people have been sending to me. Yes, we got to make sure. I think Adam would have liked this too. If you're not a member of the Celebration Social Club, I'd like you to go to Facebook, and I want you to go on there and ask to be included. And you can say, if you like, I know Kim Hawk. Not to say that's going to help, but it probably will help that you know somebody that's in the Celebration Social. There's an event that's coming up the 31st, which is this Saturday. And so Jason Handler, who's oversees the Celebration Social, is working with Lisa, who has got this really cool idea about it's kind of a 4-stop social crawl with a bingo style game and prompts. Now, prompts has become like a fairly new buzzword lately, and or at least for me, it has. But the last Celebration Social that we had, Elisa had these prompts where you could get points, but it would say things like, find somebody else who's from the same state that you're from, or find somebody else that likes the same kind of music that you like. And guess what happens? You end up interacting with your group more so, and you get to meet people. And so you don't necessarily have to live in Celebration to be a member of the Celebration Social. We just ask typically that you know somebody here so that we can connect you. But it's all about community. It's all about getting to know people more so. And it is January 31st at 6 p.m. at Disney Springs. Now, I need to ask where the location is. I'll tell you what, I'm going to call it. I will say that it's going to be right outside of Splitsville, where the bowling area is. There's an outdoor band. And if it's not there, just know that I'll have somebody over there at 6 o'clock on January 31st to bring you to where the group is. And of course, you've got my telephone number here, 407-808-9845, if you get there and you can't find us, because Rod and I want to be there to help do that. Now, and also realize too, I talk about this a lot, just because it's a Celebration Social and it's a crawl, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to drink. I have gone to this event and had mocktails and water, and super happy to do it, because you really get to meet some cool people. But it's more about community. It's more about community. It's also about getting outside. And, Disney Springs is just really spectacular. All right, as far as another event, now this is a paid event that you do not want to miss. February 11th is coming up before you know it, and it's on a Wednesday night. Tickets are super, super limited. Remember, I talked about last week that there was only going to be 100 tickets for sale. I want to say we might have like 78 sold already this past week. So there's only about 22 left, and we do have to cut it off at a certain point. But the idea of this event, which we did last year, and it sold out, and it was so fun. And it's a fundraiser where the ticket sales are going to Help Now. Help Now is a women's shelter, children's shelter, a safe shelter. Actually, some men have gone there too if they've been abused. But it's a place where people truly need help. And it's in Kissimmee. It's in an area that we do not identify because it's locked up and it's for security reasons. But they are in need of some commercial stoves because they have lots of kids, lots of families that are living there. And so our goal is to raise $10,000. And I'm proud to say that I'm one of the sponsors of this event, and I'm also one of the co-chairs of this event. That's why I can really tell you, I think it's going to be fabulous. Nandy Town is a co-chair too. It's a Celebration Women's Club, and talk about women that are passionate about wanting to help other people. You have got that with this group. So you want to put this QR code up and buy your tickets now. Eventbrite has got them for sale, and it's the Wine Stroll, Celebration Women's Club Wine Stroll on February 11th. It's $85 a ticket. I think they charge a little bit of a surcharge, but let me tell you what you're going to get for that. The Celebration Wine Emporium, fabulous. Leanne, who's the owner of that location, is donating all the wine for the event. And so we're going to have 4 different themes. One theme is African theme, African wines, and that's going to be in Nandy and Don Town's home, which is off of Longmeadow. And you're going to have some food from the downtown diner there. And then you're going to be going up to Kathleen and Tim O'Leary's beautiful home, a European flavor. And that home is going to have a charcuterie board. I will be there to help greet people. Then when you get up to John and Petey Billick's home, that is the Americas theme. And another great sponsor of this event is Kelly McCarthy and her team at Celebration Wellness Spa. They are doing gangbusters. They have their new facility, which is right in the former ISSA building, close to the library. And people are going there for all kinds of great wellness type of programs. Then that house is going to have Reggiano's providing some food. Reggiano's, wonderful Italian food. If you haven't met Paul and his team, they are phenomenal. And then you come back at the Shaw's house, Wendy and her husband. They are going to be down under theme, so Australian, New Zealand wines. And the food provided will be from the Town Tavern, shrimp. It's going to be really extravagant. And then all four of the homes, I think there's entertainment, everything from a violinist to Dee Bellavati playing guitar, to Floyd McCullum, who's an excellent artist as well, performing. And then you come back to the Wine Imperium, you get a commemorative glass, and you have the opportunity to do a silent auction bid on those. There's going to be 12 really extraordinary baskets. Every bit of this is going to help us raise that money for the Help Now Center. So that is February 11th. Please, please, please don't wait another week. I know Celebration residents were known for waiting until the week of in order to decide if we're going to go do something, because there's so many great things going on. But I can promise you this is going to be so, so, so good. But you do want to lock up one of those last remaining tickets before it is not available anymore. I did get a note from Edward. He is with the Celebration Art Circle, and there are some special events that are coming up for that. So I want you guys, if you're an artist, please go to Facebook, Celebration Art Circle. Look for their special events that are coming up. As I know things are coming up in a couple of days, I'll ask him to send me a slide that's specific to where to meet and all that kind of good stuff. But please don't miss out on that. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? We are going to, I know that we've had several people ask about what's going on with the market as well. So let me just make sure. We talked about the marathon. Wonderful. We talked about February 11th. Wonderful. Talked about our suite out in the Woo. We talked about Celebration Social. I wanted to give a big shout out to chiropractor Stephen Brennan and his team for everything he did for the marathon as well. And I guess now is the time to show you a video. So I don't know how many of you know, but there's only 84 total listings in Celebration. It's the lowest that I can remember years. Normally we have 440, so only 84. Then when you look at things like what's been going on in the last 7 days, 5 new actives, but get this, 10 pendings. So a lot more went off of the market than it came on the market. And then 10 sold, 10 sold. So my pick of the week, and this one is a listing of ours, but I want to share with you, there's not many properties that have a primary bedroom on the first floor. This one is just done so beautifully. And it also has a garage apartment in the back, which has a separate bedroom. Family room, has its own washer dryer upstairs. And I tell you what, sit back and relax instead of me trying to explain it to you. Let's show you what it looks like. Wasn't that a great video? But even more importantly, wasn't that a great option in the town that Disney built? So you have over 3,000 square feet. Remember, you have a garage apartment that can bring in over 1950 a month, 1,950 a month, maybe more. And it's an end unit, corner unit. That's a big difference. You can have an end unit, but not necessarily be the corner unit. And it's best to be both because then you get more light that's coming in. It's in South Village, which is cat a corner from the South Village Recreation Area, which has a beautifully heated pool. There's also an area where like a soccer field type of thing for the kids. And it's an easy walk to downtown Celebration. And the price on that is $999,000. You have 3 bedrooms in the main house. The 4th bedroom is in the garage apartment, which many of you may decide not to rent it out. You may want to just keep it for friends, or you might want to keep it for an office. That would be a great opportunity to be able to kind of just lock off the main house, go into your garage apartment, which has its own little kitchen, and work from up there. And then when you're done with work, come on back into your main house, which has a primary bedroom on the first floor. There are not many primary bedrooms on the first floor. And I want to say this is the most economically priced property with a primary on the first floor that's a house or a townhouse that has over 3,000 square feet. So this is one that you don't want to miss out on. It's kind of that lock and leave type of situation. All right, guys. So we will be filming on a lot of cool stuff coming up. Hopefully you got to see the Bellavati brothers when they did about the dogs of Celebration. Well, guess what? We got a phone call from a Celebration resident who is opening up something called Maine Coon Cats, I believe. It's literally 2 minutes outside of the front entrance of Celebration. And she has invited our team to come over and film. They're going to open up February 1st. And I'm hearing all kinds of great things about it's a coffee shop, but it also has like a grand piano, and it's got exotic cats that are in there and just fun. So anyway, Celebration is not only just loving our dogs, but also we'll be loving this cat location. So you never know what you're going to find when you watch our Near Disney YouTube channel, which, by the way, thank you guys so much. We have hit over 8,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and liked, please do so. It helps us quite a bit. And it will also show you there's over 1,000 videos that we've done in that 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And I really do believe it's going to help you. Everything, you know, Celebration specific on Monday nights. But it's also good for you to know if there's a farmer's market that might be in Winter Garden. And so you'd watch the Winter Garden video and kind of see what kind of little day trips you want to do. And, oh, by the way, the farmer's market, don't miss it in Celebration, right? That's on Sundays. I think it's 10 to 2. And it's really a great opportunity to walk to downtown Celebration after church. I always encourage you to go to church. If you would like, I'm going to be singing and Illuminate on Sunday, this Sunday. So I'd love to see you out there. Call me if you need information. But then afterwards, come to downtown Celebration and enjoy the farmers market. Maybe go out to Island Village and see Amy with Scoop ice cream, get some ice cream out there. Get outside, breathe the beautiful air, enjoy life. Yeah, I know that's what Adam would want us all to do. I will keep you posted on what I hear from the CDD next week with regard to the bench so that everybody can be kept in the fold on that. And hopefully by next week, too, I'll be able to tell you that the Wine Stroll, hopefully, more tickets are sold. And but otherwise, I will see people at Celebration Social on Saturday. And I'll see people out February 11th for the Celebration Women's Club, which, by the way, go Celebration Women's Club, proud of them, at the Wine Stroll, the Wine Imperium that is going to be brought by the Celebration Wine Imperium, my real estate group, as well as Kelly McCarthy's Celebration Wellness Spa, plus lots of other people that we're going to be talking about next week. All right, guys, I don't see any questions. I'm seeing a lot of love and people saying hi. I appreciate it. We're almost at February already. Enjoy this weather while you can. All right. God bless you guys. Talk to you again real soon.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.